Hello and welcome to my top 40 of 1985. In these videos, I introduce you to my enormous collection of playlists on Spotify. I've got top 40s from 1970 to 1991, annuals from 1925 to the present day, artist specials, genre specials, themed shows, and many, many more. Many of those playlists become radio shows, and you can hear the radio show of today's Top 40 on Mixcloud. There's a link in the description. And you can hear all today's playlists on Spotify. There are links in the description to the Top 40 playlist. 85 songs from 1985, which are songs that entered the UK Top 40 but didn't make it into my own personal Top 40, and 1985 extras, which are songs that didn't enter the UK Top 40. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the Top 40, my own personal Top 40 of 1985. A good year. At number 40, Billy Idol, Rebel Yell, which spent a week at 6 in October 85. All the information I'm giving you relates to the UK charts, okay? At number 39, Amazulu, Don't You Just Know It, spent a week at 15 in January of 86, but it entered the UK Top 40 in 1985, so it's aight. Number 38, Brian Ferry, Slave to Love, spent a week at 10 in June of 85. At number 37, Simple Minds, Alive and Kicking, spent a week at 7 in October and November of 85. Number 36, Nick Kershaw, Wide Boy, spent a week at 9 in April of 85. I loved that song when I was a kid. Number 35, Madonna, Into the Groove, spent 4 weeks at number 1 in August of 1985. And number 34, My Tai, History. Remember all these songs? Spent a week at 8 in June and July of 85. At number 33, Talking Heads, Road to Nowhere. Spent a week at 6 in December of 85. And at number 32, Grace Jones, Slave to the Rhythm. Spent a week at 12, straddling October and November of 85. And at number 31, James Ingram and Michael McDonald, Yam Will Be There. You can hear the smile in my voice. Spent a week at 12 in February of 85. Into the top 30 now. Number 30, Aha, Take On Me. Spent 3 weeks at number 2, straddling October and November of 85. That video. Number 29, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, spent a week at 7 in May of 85. From The Breakfast Club. Man, the 80s was such a great time for music and movies, wasn't it? Number 28, Duran Duran, A View to a Kill, from the James Bond movie, spent 3 weeks at 2, straddling May and June of 85. And number 27, Billy Idol, White Wedding, spent a week at 6 in August of 85. 26, Brian Ferry's Back, Don't Stop the Dance, spent a week at 21 in September of 85. And at number 25, The Cult, She Sells Sanctuary, spent a week at 15 in August of 85. Number 24, Madonna, Dress You Up, spent a week at 5 in December of 85. And at number 23, Wham, I'm Your Man, spent 2 weeks at number 1 in December of 85. Number 22, Philip Bailey and Phil Collins, Easy Lover, spent 4 weeks at number 1, straddling March and April of 85. And at 21, Level 42, Something About You, spent 2 weeks at 6 in October of 85. Into the top 20. Number 20, Prince, Let's Go Crazy, spent a week at 7 in March of 85. Number 19, The Smiths, The Boy with a Thorn in His Side, spent a week at 23 in October of 85. 18, Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls, spent 2 weeks at 1 in January of 86, but it was most certainly released many times in 1985. Number 17, Grandmaster Melly Mel and the Furious Five, Step Off. You know I know that word for word, the whole 7 odd minutes of it. Spent a week at 8 in January of 85. At number 16, Animotion, Obsession. Oh God, I love that song so much. Spent a week at 5 in June of 85. I love most of these songs. 15, The Art of Noise, Close to the Edit. Spent a week at 8 in February and March of 85. And at 14, King, Love and Pride, spent 3 weeks at 2. Straddling February and March of 85. Did you spray paint your Doc Martens? Number 13, Kate Bush, Cloud Busting, spent 2 weeks at 20 in November of 85. And at number 12, Eurythmics, There Must Be an Angel, Playing With My Heart, spent a week at number 1 in July and August of 85. Number 11, Scritti Politti, The Word Girl, what a great song, spent a week at number 6 in June of 85. Into the top 10 now. Number 10, Ashford and Simpsons, solid, spent 2 weeks at 3, straddling February and March of 85. At number 9, The Cure, Close to Me, spent a week at 24 in October of 85. Number 8, The Smiths, How Soon Is Now, spent a week at 24, straddling February and March of 85. At number 7, Prefab Sprout, When Love Breaks Down, spent 2 weeks at 25 in December of 85. Number 6, Arcadia, that's 3 of the boys from Duran Duran. Election Day, spent a week at 7 in November of 85. It's a hell of a good song. Number 5, UB40, Don't Break My Heart. Oh, these are such great songs. 85 was top. Number 4, Fine Young Cannibals, Johnny Come Home, spent a week at 8 in July of 85. Number 3, Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill, spent a week at 3 in September of 85. 2, Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels, my favourite Tears for Fears song. Spent 2 weeks at 12 in July of 85. And at number 1, Prince, Raspberry Beret, spent a week at 25 in August of 85. That's the song that got me into Prince. So thank you, Raspberry Beret. So that's my top 40, my own personal top 40 of 1985. I really wanted to gush more about the songs and how much I love them, but that would just be a waste of your time. While I am talking, you are now looking at a playlist called 85 Songs from 1985, which are songs that entered the UK Top 40 but didn't enter my own personal Top 40. And some of those songs really deserve to be in my Top 40. Let me explain. I've made radio shows of all my top 40s, and sometimes they only allow 2 songs by one artist, sometimes 3, but I don't want to overstep the mark. I don't want to record a show and then be told I can't make it public because it breaks some kind of copyright rule. So I would have Paisley Park by Prince in my top 40 for sure, but I had my quota of Prince songs and I didn't want it to be rejected, so I had to make some sacrifices. And speaking of which, the top 40 that I just gave you wouldn't be in that order if I were making that list today. I've said it in other shows. Whatever mood you're in that particular day, that's what dictates your choices. But then you could be there forever deciding, should it be 12, should it be 18, blah, blah, blah. So you will probably have your own opinions as to what would be in your top 10 of 1985, top 20, top 30, top 40. So let me know in the comments. I would love to know your favourite songs from 1985, your favourite albums from 1985. Remember, all the information I give you comes from the UK top 40. So if you're from a different country, it would be completely different, and some of the songs might even be hits in a different year or not hits at all. So you can hear the playlist of this 85 songs from 1985 on Spotify. There's a link in the description. You can hear the top 40 playlist on Spotify. There's a link in the description. And this one, 1985 Extras, is also available on Spotify. There's a link in the description. This playlist includes songs that didn't enter the UK top 40. Album tracks or songs that entered lower than 40 or didn't enter the charts at all. Maybe they were hits in other countries. Who knows? So, I hope you're enjoying this list as well. Remember, all of these lists are on Spotify, so go and listen to the music rather than listening to me talk about them, because I just get a big kick out of sharing music with people and making playlists. That's my big thrill. And these videos are just a way for me to share my playlists with you. So, I think that's everything. Remember, you can hear the radio show of my top 40 on Mixcloud. There's a link in the description to that. All my videos live here, so subscribe, like if you like, and let me know in the comments what music you love from 1985. I'll be back next time with my 1986 video. That's my top 40 of 1986, 86 songs from 1986, and 1986 extras. Until then, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.